we've done is we realized that we're in a 21st century where content creation, photography, creative industry is actually the next big thing. And we feel like if we have kids that we've actually caught young, it would actually be easier for them. For me, I started learning photography when I was in GS1. I started shooting when I was in GS2. I've been shooting almost all my life. So what we've done also, I'm not sure if we read the news often, the government actually just, Ministry of Education just included skill learning or something into the syllabus. So when you're in secondary school, you must learn a skill. Photography, videography, it is actually very important. And I think that we're trying to get it right now, with our current administration. I think you should clap for us, please.
Yes.
Our clap for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please put your hands together for him one more time.
When is he running for office, by the way?
No. On the flip side, I am a testament that government do support. I'm running a 3-day carnival, like I said, and the Ministry of Tourism in Lagos supported me. I did not know them from anywhere. I just walked into Alausa, and I said, and we have a whole press conference. But like he said, before I was able to get that kind of confidence, I had done 18 events, hosted over 8,000 people. And so I just showed track record and I said, let's plug this. It was plug and play. However, the next question, just on you before you go, I apologize, Ayo. In terms of, and you have answered a bit of it, but I also want you to come up so that, because there has been an overcorrection in recent times in terms of where people get access to information for, I think more women get access these days, but we love them and we like it like that. However, what I'm concerned about is policy to include some of these things in our curriculum, not just at secondary school level, even all the way to university. I don't think it's too late for a year 2 student to learn about social media or even put that as a course on his own. What is government doing? Apart from that, digital YouTube should be a syllabus. YouTube alone. Yes, as far as I'm concerned. And that's what the Americans do. Beyonce is a course you can study in the university, somewhere in, I think, Alabama also, because she shows success, right? So what is the government doing towards that?
I like this question. It's a very practical one. I think 2 weeks ago, we were at Lens for Good in Ibadan with our Temi. And, I met the VC of University of Ibadan, and I brought this thing up. I feel like we actually have to work closely with our institutions too. Yes, it might be very difficult for them to make it a course or something you must learn, but it can be like a general studies, something, GNS or something. So what we're trying to do with some schools, most schools in Nigeria, is to talk to, I still keep coming to the private sector. Do you understand? I'm more of a private sector guy, like, let's collaborate together. For University of Ibadan, we're trying to build a creative hub inside the school for students.
I think we should come to that, please. Let's come to that.
Look at University of Lagos. My friend and brother had something there, Madhouse. Most students in University of Lagos go there for their events. They go there to learn. They go there to share ideas. So another thing we're going to do is just to pick schools all over Nigeria, talk with the university council, give us this land. We want to build a creative hub. It's just going to be open for every creative. You can't force someone to be a creative. That's one thing. It's when you want to learn. It's when you want to tap from the anointing there. That's when you go. Do you understand? So we're actually working closely with universities in Nigeria, setting up hubs and all. It's not just for states. We should have in schools in Nigeria.
Please, let's put our hands together. That's brilliant. I want to say that we would take practical steps, right, to get these things done in terms of access to funding, in terms of if you are in Unilag now, you see find out how you can collaborate and do stuff at Madhouse, just so that we just don't speak and then it goes like that. Thank you so much. We have less than 4 minutes to go. I want to go back to our quickly, and now I want you to speak from thought leadership, to speak about how, I know that it's questions that some people might have, to speak about how you handle creative block, and because I see that there's one thing to get access, do this, but I think that the greatest and also handle creative, block as a creative.
I think that it's unavoidable as a creative. You will have that block. Writers have it all the time. I think that it's just really important to know that it's normal and it will happen. So if you're going through like a creative you're at a creative standstill, you don't know what to do. I think it's very important to look around you. A lot of people think, oh, before I create content, it has to be, well-rounded. It has to be perfect. It has to be a full thing. A solid stuff. But I think it's really important to know that anything is content. Anything at all is content. It's fine to burn out. It's fine to take a break. I will always advise people to take breaks, watch movies, play games, anything you need to do. But also know that your content does not have to be the best in that sense. It's anything is content. You could walk out of your house. You were just talking about rent. I talk about rent all the time. I'm currently house hunting. It's going terribly. But it's content. I just have to set up my camera, talk about my chronicles of house hunting, and someone can relate. And trust me, whatever it is you do, someone can relate to it. So I think with creative blocks, or when you're at a creative standstill, just know that. Also know that you're a creative. Go and look at all the things that you've done. It's not another person that did it. It's you. You are still the one that will do it again. Sleep, wake up, you will do it. So that's how I walk past my creative block. Thank you.
Amazing. Please put your hands together. Put your hands together for our. I think that's so profound. For anyone looking to delve into or you're already a content creator, these are some of the challenges that you face, and this is how you can move further. I'm just going to have Olade speak one more time, and also Victor. So I just want you guys to speak about the opportunities, that are in the creative industry, so that people can also know, and also how we might be missing something in terms of infrastructure, because it's not a space that we're just coming into it. It's like somebody that has just newly become a father. You have not been a father before, but you will learn on the job. So we're learning on the job, right, guys? We're learning on the job. So speak to one or two opportunities in the creative industry that we can latch onto in terms of infrastructure that maybe government is not even looking at, or in the private sector can do more to. And same question for you also. But please, Victor, in 30 seconds, give us that, and then we'll close.
Great. My perspective into opportunities would be, I'm not going to tell you about anything new. It's exactly what it is you're doing, whether that's content creation or photography or videography. But what I need you to change is the perspective with which you're doing it, which is it needs to stop being a side hobby or a side hustle. I mean, it can practically be a side hustle. That is, you have a job and then you're doing it, then it is. But when I say side hustle, I mean in how you take it, in how seriously you carry yourself while at it. So, a tool like ours, for example, at Full Gap, aids people to be able to engage their clients professionally. Invoices, contracts, being able to document bullet point by bullet point what it is you are supposed to do. And I feel like when we all take things more seriously, both in how we market ourselves and how we present ourselves, we can maximize these opportunities more.
Thank you. Please put your hands together for him. Quickly, Olade, just in 10 seconds, please. Just tell us what, opportunities.
Okay, for me, I quite believe that you as a person, you're an asset, whatever you are doing, whatever business that you are involved in, whatever you find yourself doing, do it very well. You literally do not know who is looking at you. I've been a 3 times founder. I chased an investor for 7 good years till the guy invested in the business. Whatever you are doing, do not give up. If you know someone who can invest in your business, keep running after the person. In fact, they will name you names. This one wants to come and ask for money again. Don't mind. Continue to tell them that this is who you are, this is what they can gain from you, and this is how far you can go when they invest in your business. So if you're a UI UX guy, if you're a front-end guy, if you're a web guy, if you have a product that you want to do, start just like me and Victor. I think I used to know Fort Canvas when I was in 200 level, and he used to know Cretank when he was in 200 level. Who gave us money in Akure? No single person. But we kept doing it. We became popular, and today the business is 5 years. So just keep doing it very, very well. People are watching, and you don't know who would invest by tomorrow. Thank you.
All right, please put your hands together for him. It says, pursue your investor until they block you. Even if they block you, use another number to pursue them. That's what I see from that. Thank you. It is very, very profound that you take some of these things. We'll take questions now. Also, there are lots of sectors that we can get into. I'm doing dating. It's been amazing. Dr. Waka Waka is doing travel. He has brought something else different. You can create different products from this creative economy. And we're here to collaborate. It's here to collaborate. Do you understand? And yeah, so we'll take questions because time's up already. Do we have one question? All right, there's a question over there. Just quickly, briefly, because our time is up. Briefly. Not necessarily.
Hi, okay,
Yeah.
good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Well done. My name is Phoebe, and my question is to the Honorable. When you were speaking, I was going to ask a question, but you answered it during your speech. And that is about the government funding creative projects. Now, my question is, how can these things be accessed? Is it really out there in the open? Is there a process to go through? Do we need to know somebody? Because one of the challenges that creatives face, especially filmmakers, because that's what I am, is how to access funds in Nigeria. Most times it comes from every other place that is not Nigeria. So I'd like for you to shine light on that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I quickly answer?
Yeah, please.
All right. So we're in a digital world right now. Clear example, the Honorable Minister for Innovation and Communications, Bosun, he funds a lot of guys in technology with, I think, 3 MTT or something. Likewise, in the Ministry of Art, Culture, Creative Economy, we have the IDICE program. It's opened there. Recently, we had the Providus loan. It was actually out there, 5 billion. We gave creatives in Nigeria. 10 is looking up. You people don't read news. So it's out there. Do you understand? It's not, so we're not in that government where people think, oh, it's for them, it's for their people. No. We have just random people out there benefiting from these things. Do you understand? Information is actually very key. I think from our own end also, we would actually pay more attention in pushing these things out. Maybe work with states, information commissioners and all. Work with people like Awa to let her to do a skit on what President Tinubu is doing in the creative sector. Make her tweet about it, which is very important. Yeah. And I'm sure she would do it.
Yes,
she's a good Nigerian.
Yeah, she would.
Yeah, thank you. Don't reply.
Jogging, I'm guessing is not enough.
I please put your hands together for you. I know these things, and I can testify that these things are out there. But like you said, we need to, how many of us know when an insurance company is pushing some of their products, they go all out. We want to tell the government also to go all out so that we can see and we get access to grants. But these things are there, I promise you. I know. Right? I know very well that these things are available. All we need to do is, if you're in that sector, if you Google the creative infrastructure funding right now, you would see over 10 banks that give you forms to fill and get access to those things. Also, we need to understand that we need to go cover, there's a loan culture that we're really scared about, that if you collect money, we'll not pay back, we'll pay back, right? But let's know that, these things are accessible. You have a question? We're done, oh. We're done. Last question. Oh, yeah, please, let's take it.
Good afternoon.
All right.
Okay, so my question is directed to Mr. Ayodiji. So you talked about the fundings, and so as much as we know that these fundings are there, we know that we know the platforms are there. But one thing for creatives is that it's hard for us to gain access to these things, especially when you're a young creative and you're just starting up your business. So I'm familiar with the Bank of Industries, and I've applied several times through them. Not just me, a few friends of mine. But now the criteria and the requirements that they give to you. So one time they asked for, I think you needed someone in a level 13 position in office and a certain amount of money. That person has to have a certain amount of money. So I was asking myself, if I have access to these people, will I come to you? Because it makes no sense if my dad has 100 million stacked somewhere and I am coming to you for ₦1 million, literally. I could literally have gone to those relatives and gotten those money and gotten exactly what I need. So as you also said something about the government actually doing stuff, which I believe they are doing, but information is not actually going to the grassroots, which is basically where it is needed the most. So, for example, let's say when the customer, there was a period of time, there was a particular time when the custom was selling rice at a particular price. Now, those information was passed within the office. Now, it didn't circulate to the general public. So it's... Sir?
How did you get to know if you said it? Yeah?
You always have people in
Okay.
those sections. so the thing is, those of us at the ground level don't get this information.
Okay.
So I think one thing that should have been done is, the easiest thing is probably to work with the local government chairman, and since we have like different wards and representatives and all, it's easier for them to pass those informations around. And also with other creatives that are in the business. Because, for example, if I'm into skit making, I'm looking at someone like Awa. So if I should make a skit and say, oh, the government is doing this and this, it's easier for me to gain those information. But when they just put it out there and the office just do a random publication, we don't get those informations.
Okay, thank you so much. I think you even give more an advice than question.
Yeah, I was going to say you already answered. Yeah, I get it's easy. From the way he's been talking, you know he's actually very passionate about this.
Yeah.
First of all, you should realize BOI, it's a bank. Bank na bank. They are after their money back. They are giving you and they're already thinking, are we going to get our money back?
Yeah.
Do you understand? So definitely for us, we can't tell BOI or Access Bank or First Bank how to operate their loan schemes and everything. Do you understand? We have Sterling Bank. Sterling Bank is doing a lot for creatives in Nigeria. Do you understand? Now, about the information, you even answered that question already, Chairman. We're going to be working with local government chairmen too. And I also said it earlier, hold everybody responsible, not just guys in Abuja. Hold your local government chairman responsible, hold your governor responsible, hold your SA in the state responsible. Thank you.
Isaac, sorry, 1 minute.
Oh,
One of the problems that we guys have in this part of the country is we're always looking for funding from government every time. And at the end of the day, if you go there and you become disappointed, you will now be dragging the president of the country on Twitter, or probably be dragging your governor. See,
Ayo's eyes.
no, because I've been pitying him. When you guys say government, see, let me give you a very, very calm explanation. You need to look for a way to speak to people who are around you. If you go meet MC Lively, say, oh, I need 5,000 naira, for instance. You might probably feel that he doesn't have. But he has. He is actually looking for a place to put his money. You might go and relax and say that
MC Lively, I beg.
you need 2,000. So even your mother or your father at home might probably be looking at you to become more responsible.